What's going on, y'all? This is your boy Sean. I do like to do videos, and I like to tell a story and try to promote a positive message. My message sometimes goes in different areas of life, and I don't put them out as much as I feel I need to and I should, because my message, I get told all the time by my fellow peers that my message is real and my message is strong. Sometimes life just you have to deal with, and you have to cope with life sometimes as a day-to-day basis, and that's what it takes. If it takes to wake up every morning, get ready, make sure you creep around the house, make sure you don't wake the babies, and you do the right things, you know, you have to I don't even know really how to really say it, but just be mindful. Just be real mindful, you know. So it sometimes you just gotta live life by that minute, maybe by that hour. Sometimes you get stuck in a corner, and you feel like you can't even cope with things at the time. You may get to a point where you feel like nobody's really listening to you. Your ideas are great, your thoughts are great, you feel like you're doing great, but you feel like nobody else around you feels that you're doing anything right. Well, there's a problem with that. Don't worry about them people at all. Just worry about you. And don't be scared to talk. Don't be scared to get things off your chest. Don't be scared to let someone know how you're feeling. If you're feeling like your back's against the wall, if you feel that you're going off the edge, you know, if you feel like you may be turning to hurt yourself, man, pick up a phone, go take a walk, go talk to a stranger. There's too many outlets out here now in this world in 2021 for somebody not to talk to make themselves feel better, to make themselves feel more, I guess, sane with themselves. I say what I'm saying because there was man, it's crazy. I didn't see the story yet. I didn't even look it up yet. I'm going off of what I was told this evening. There was a gentleman on our overhead expressway. He was ready to commit suicide. Ready to commit suicide. Ready to jump off. And let me tell you, there was a pedestrian. There was a vehicle coming down the expressway, and that man so happened to stop to help him. He thought he needed help fixing his car. And that man so happened to stop, and guess what that man so happened to do? That man so happened to take that man and throw him to the ground, so that man wanted to jump off the expressway and kill himself. Crazy part is now, guess what? A man that saved that guy's life, he's now in the hospital because he doesn't know how to cope with it. He doesn't know, he had a nervous breakdown to where he's now laying in a hospital bed. Pretty much almost had a heart attack, what I'm told. All because of another human being being selfish, because he didn't want to cope with life, because he didn't want to choose the right path, because he didn't want to man up and be a man. So you choose to go throw yourself off a bridge, and now you got a complete stranger laying in a hospital bed while you laid up in a fucking psych ward somewhere? Man, get a hold of yourself. What is wrong with y'all? The guy that saved the guy, now he's in the hospital. That's sad. But all prayers with him, and all prayers with the man that tried jumping off the bridge. But just know, committing suicide, that is the most selfish thing somebody can do. And I say that because when you kill yourself, look at what you're leaving behind. You're leaving the biggest question for all your family members. You're leaving the biggest question for all your friends. It's an unanswered question that will never be answered because, yeah, you might have left a note. You might be leaving a note. You might be leaving a video. You may be leaving a recording. But you're still not giving us the reason why. Think about it. It's selfish. Don't be selfish. Don't do that to yourself. And don't do that to your loved ones. Because your loved ones are going to be the one to hurt the most. At the end of the day, your loved ones will hurt the most in that kind of situation. If it's jumping off a bridge, if it's hanging yourself, if it's just cutting your wrist, if it's you're driving your car off the fucking cliff, if you're running your car into a tree, whatever it may be, just know that is a selfish way to do it. That is a selfish way to do it. And I can't speak on it no more. One more thing too, and this is because it's all the things that what I've been wanting to do is I want to touch on the hot topics that hit around my area. You know, just like that right there, that happened today. I'm about to bring up something now that's really hitting home with me just because I'm a recovering addict, you know. And when I mean an addict, I don't mean pain pills because I went to the doctor and got them. I mean an addict. I mean a junkie. I mean taking crack, taking meth, and taking heroin at the same time and shooting it in my vein. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. It hits home because what I'm about to say is because my first time ever in my life, after 10 years of doing drugs, I chose to pick up the needle. And when I chose to pick the needle up, I chose to do a Roxycontin, 30 milligram Roxycontin. And if anybody knows what they are, they know what they are. Well, dude I was with, he was a veteran. He done been shooting and doing all kinds of stuff his whole entire life. 17 years. Crazy. Dude was crazy. So dude did it. Dude did his. We split it. How's that? We split it. We split 30 in half. He did his. He went out. Man. Dude, get up, bro. Get up. Shit. Oh well. Here I am by myself now. Dude passed out. I'm about to shoot up for the first time and I don't know how to do it. Put it in a spoon. Put it in. Well, pull that needle back and pop. And if y'all know, if anybody knows that's shot dope before, it makes that popping noise. Boy, when that popping noise comes back, you push that needle in and it hits your vein. Y'all, I stood up. And when I stood up, I started walking. I got out of my truck. I started walking. And my feet felt like they were 3,000 pounds apiece, but I felt like they would go up and they just fall. Go up and just fall. Go up and just fall. Boom. I'm doing it all the way to the gas pump. I'm trying to get to the gas pump because I'm out my truck walking. Boom, boom, boom. Kept on moving, let that blood move, let that blood move, let that blood move. Because I know if I didn't, it's my first time shooting something. Something told me as I was pushing that needle in, get out the truck and go, move. Just move. Because if I didn't, I was dead. Promise you, I'd be dead. I wouldn't be saying this right now. I wouldn't be putting my message out there right now. I'd be dead. I'd be dead because of one reason. I'm gonna tell you why when I get done at the end. When I say one word, you're gonna understand why I would be dead right now. I'm just moving, getting my blood still moving, banging on the window of the truck. Dude, get up, get up. I'm moving still. I'm banging, rolling on the side of the truck. Look, I'm rolling on the side of the truck. Finally get him up. Get in the truck, put my head down. Kind of went out a little bit, came back up. I looked at my hand. When I looked at my hand was blue. 30 milligram Roxycontin, they were blue. Light blue, kind of a darker blue. But let me tell you, ain't none of them ever, no Roxycontin I've ever had until that day had blue come off the pill. Blue came off the pill because it wasn't a Roxycontin, it was fentanyl. Alright? It was a fentanyl, it was a stamped Roxycontin, blue stamped Roxycontin, but it was a fentanyl pill. I gave the dude a half of one, so that would have been 15 milligrams of Oxycontin, and I would have taken 15 milligrams of Oxycontin. At the time, I was snorting about 2-3 grams of dope a day, so that 15 milligram Roxycontin wouldn't have put me in the dirt the way that pill did, didn't it? In the way that pill did that dude. Well, it's fentanyl. It looked just like a little Roxy. My palm of my hand right here was blue. I brought that story up because we're having a big problem right now around my area with these dope dealers pressing pills, putting pills back together. They taking Percocets, making them. They taking fentanyl, putting it back in a Percocet form. They taking fentanyl, putting it back in Vicodin form. Taking fentanyl, saying it's coke, but it's really fentanyl. Putting fentanyl inside of capsules and saying it's, what did they say? There was something I heard. Oh, it was fentanyl. Putting it in people's drinks, supposedly. And this is all happening around my area right now. Around the New Orleans area, and it's the West Bank side of the New Orleans area, so it's more heavily populated, but we are kind of just like we're a real tight group on the West Bank, you know. So when stories get out, we hear about it. This goes out to the dope dealers, bro. This goes out to all the fucking dope dealers out there. Y'all don't make enough money off the 2-to-1s, off the 3-to-6s that y'all doing with the coke already? Y'all don't make enough money off the 2-to-1s, the 3-to-1s, the 3-to-6s, off of the dog food y'all getting already? Why are y'all having to use fentanyl? Is it that much cheaper? Is it that y'all really don't care? I know y'all don't care because y'all out there selling it. Y'all out there giving it away like it's candy. Y'all got high school kids. Listen to me. Y'all have high school kids in high school addicted to opiates. Y'all have high school kids ODing because they thinking that it's one thing and it's something else. Y'all have high school kids addicted to cocaine. And it's crazy. I'm touching on that because it hits home. And I know the feeling. And I know what these kids are going through. And I know one thing. If there's a way I can try to help, I will help. Because let me tell you, my program, the way Sean works his program, I don't care what anybody else does with their program. I know what I do with my program, and that's what matters. It's everybody that does their program different. There's people that goes get sponsors. There's people that does a 10-step with the sponsors. There's people that do all kinds, that go to AA meetings. There's all kinds of different things that people do. But let me tell you, Sean does me. Because you know why? Ain't nobody going to have me but me and God above. These stories are hitting home because I've lived it. And I don't want to see these young kids going through this, man. Same two girls that took that Percocet this past weekend and then they thought they snorted it, okay? They couldn't find Coke. So they got a Percocet. And they took it and they cut it in half and they both took half of it. And they snorted it. So they knew what they were doing because they were looking for Coke. Now the little dude that sold them the drugs, now here it is. They went through the phones because the family is in cahoots with detectives and stuff and the cops. So they went through the phones. They traced the number back to the dude that had it. And now they got this guy going to jail for 2nd-degree murder and like manslaughter or manslaughter or something like that. It's weird. Well, the little girl that survived is the one that gave the girl, the one that's dead. The girl that survived gave the girl half the pill. So if the dude's going to jail, that little girl should be going to jail also. That's the only right thing to do. But the only right thing to do is to get these little people help. These young kids don't need to be going to jail. These young kids need to be getting help. And a 23-year-old that sold that dope, he should get what he's getting because how I feel, he'll murder him, man. I don't care what he says that, oh, I didn't know that was a fentanyl pill. That bullshit you didn't know. Anything I've ever sold in my life, I knew what it was. I knew what it was. I knew for a fact what it was. If my dude called me and said I had fentanyl, I was getting fentanyl. If my dude called me and said I was getting heroin, I was getting heroin. If my dude called me and said I was getting half and half, I was getting half and half. I knew exactly what I was getting at all times. So I don't want to hear that you got the pill and no, that's not how that works. You knew that it was a fake pill. And here it is, these little girls, seniors in high school, got one dead and got one that survived, the best friend. And the whole suicide thing, because I heard the same school that these little girls went to, supposedly they've done had 10 suicides this past year. 10 suicides this past year at that school because of bullying. 10 suicides in 1 year because of bullying. All at that same school where those two girls came from. Yeah, that's what's going on at that school. Bullying. And then people say, well, where's the parents? You're right, where are the parents? Because the parents should be leading. Parents should be leading by example. Like, what is going through your heads? I don't understand how you don't know your children. I don't understand how you can't take control of your child's life. You teach them, you guide them, you give them what they need to be successful. Yo, please, my people in my town, in my small little, I hope my little message gets out to somebody. I hope somebody listens to my whole message, and it helps. And I hope it gets right to the right people. And I want the right people to listen to me. And I don't care if it was 2 people. I just know them 2 right people got my message and they understood it. From here on out, I will put videos out same kind of way I did it today. But I'm gonna be hitting on like some some hot topics that's going around my town. Okay? It's around the New Orleans surrounding area. Just know that. Okay? The New Orleans surrounding town, the hot topics. You know, the hot topics of the New Orleans surrounding towns by Sean. What's up? There you go. But I'm just joking around on that one. But y'all just know, if you're a parent, be a parent. If you're a child, be a child and listen to your parents. And drug dealers, it's hard. It's weird as I say this, because y'all never gonna stop. The world's never not gonna have drugs, so it's never gonna end. Be more considerate and be more, and think about what you really putting in y'all shit, for real. Because they got some young kids out there not knowing what they touching. Luckily, at the time when I did what I did, I knew what I was getting myself into. I was too long. I've been around the game too long to sit there and just die in that truck. It dinged on me as soon as I poked it in my vein. Get up, Sean, start walking. Keep your blood moving. That's all I did. I don't want these little kids around here having to do that. I don't want these little kids around here having to sit in a hospital bed like a freaking raisin. But it's your boy Sean. I'm gonna do what I can, put my videos out, be who I can be, and all I can say is live big, dream big, and live for yourself and a man of love. Peace out. Tomorrow's my little boy JoJo's birthday. Boy, I can't wait. He's gonna be 3 years old. Y'all have a good night. And y'all make sure y'all check me out. I'm out.